Alright, you guys requested it, and here it is. This is the 50 random facts about me tag. I have them all written down because I didn't want to forget any of these, so get comfortable and let's talk. Okay, number 1. I am a Scorpio, so when I get that feeling, I want sexual healing. Number 2. My very first I wore my very first eyeshadow when I was in 6th grade. It was like a pink, sparkly color, but doesn't really have any pigmentation, and I just it was actually in one of those roller ball eyeshadows, and I just like rolled it over my eyes, and I went to 6th grade, and my close friend from 6th grade was like, how come you didn't tell me you're gonna start wearing makeup? I should start wearing makeup. Are you gonna wear makeup tomorrow? And then we decided to both wear the little eyeshadow on our eyelid the next day. Number 3. I secretly wanted to be a cheerleader. I know. I didn't have the balls to, though. Number 4. I am 19 and I still don't have my license. Let me explain. What had happened was I went to take my license, or my permit test, or the written test, when I was 18, because I didn't want to do the 6 months of waiting and all that bull involved, and I didn't pass it on my first try. I always said I was going to pass it on my first try. I didn't pass it by 1. You know how you're allowed to miss, what is it, like 6? Or I missed like 7 or whatever. And I didn't have the balls to go back because I was so mad at myself for not passing it on my first try. And I gave up after that. I went a second time. And then I think I missed it by 1 again. And yeah. So I don't have my license. Number 5. My very first kiss was in 8th grade. I don't know if that's a decent age or if I was super old to be getting my first kiss, but my first official kiss was in 5th grade. Number 6. I still remember my favorite song from 3rd grade, called Addictive. It goes like this. You hear? Who else knows the song? If you know the song, then you're awesome. It's like so contagious or something like that. So contagious, you blow my pages. Something like that. Yeah, I listened to that song in 3rd grade and I was in love with it. So, back to the thingies. What was that, number 6? Number 7, my father introduced me to Hello Kitty. When I was about 3 years old, 3 or 4 years old, my father came to California to work, and me and my mom stayed in Texas. Me and my mom and my brothers. When he came to visit frequently back to Texas because he was trying to get us a house over here in California before we all moved over there because he was staying with my uncle. But yeah, so when he came to visit me, he brought me something from Hello Kitty, and I guess my aunt used to buy my cousin stuff from that Sanrio store, and he went in there and bought me a couple stuff, and ever since then, I loved Hello Kitty, mostly because my daddy got it for me, and I am a daddy's girl. Number 8. When I was born, this is a kind of cool story, when I was born, there was another Joanna born, but that is because her mom stole my name. So, in the delivery, well, not in the delivery room, but like in the place where you rest, you know how sometimes there's 2 people and there's a curtain. While my mom was trying to decide my name, when she finally decided it, because she was like brainstorming with my aunts, which by the way, I could have been named Barbara or Deborah, and she picked Joanna. But when she picked my name, the girl next to her picked the same name. Like, she heard my mom pick it and then she picked the same name. So we were born on the same date and she has my name. But yeah, my mom decided to put an H in my name, and I don't think the other one person did. She wanted the H to be silent in my name. Okay, number 9 is actually the day of my birthday. I was born November 9, 1993, and it's also a special day. The number 9 is actually special to me because it's my birthday, my best friend's birthday. Hers is August 9th, and if you remember her, she's Clarissa. We're going to redo our best friend tag because the other one was very bad quality, so I'm going to see her next week, so yeah. But back to this, BS birthday, and we met on March 9th, so it's like 999, you know, her birthday's on the 9th, my birthday's on the 9th, and we met on the 9th. Yes, we remember the day we met, and we do celebrate it every March 9th, our friendship, because we are very, very close. Number 10, When I was little, I was mortified of Chucky. My brothers used to terrorize me, and they even tried naming our first dog that I recall Chucky. Her name was actually Tiffany, but they told me they were going to name her Chucky, and I was ever so afraid of my dog. And then my dad kept telling me, no, her name is Tiffany, her name is Tiffany, and I would call her Tiffany, and she would pay attention. Oh man, there's a lot of talking. And yeah, so the dog wasn't Chucky, but they were assholes. They would make me think her name was Chucky. Oh yeah, back to Tiffany. That was our first dog, and when she had puppies with another dog, oh, it was a blue-nosed pit bull, by the way. She was white with like light brown spots. She had babies, and I used to take her babies and put them in my Barbie Doom Buggy car, and since it had like a convertible part on the outside, I would stick the puppy in there and then throw the puppy like that, and I go Aah! And then the dog would be like Aah! And yeah, I was little. It was so much fun though. And I would also put them in my like baby cribs, like my baby dolls, like in the cribs and in the strollers, and I would put puppies in there. Yeah. Number 12. When I was younger, oh yeah, when I was younger, there was like a long time ago, I think I was like maybe 5 years old. It was an Easter, and we went to a canal in Texas. I think it was Guadalupe. I don't know. And one of my brothers took my goggles. I thought I was brave enough to run after him or swim after him to get my goggles, and then while that happened, there was a, what are those called? A jet ski like went through, so all the little waves went, and let me tell you, I did not know how to swim, so I started drowning. And then while I was drowning, I was kind of like, I'm just drowning, and I just pictured SpongeBob SquarePants being at the bottom of the canal. I don't know why. And then my brother saved me, and then ever since then he's never let it go. He took all my Easter candies. Yeah, so I drowned when I was little in Easter. I was born in Texas. You guys probably heard me mention Texas a couple times. Yeah, number 13 is I was born in Texas. The last one was number 12. Number 14, I've never actually been camping. Just never gone. Number 15, my favorite color is purple, teal turquoise, kind of between. And lately I've been really enjoying the color mint and coral. I've always enjoyed those colors, but yeah, I love mint and coral. Number 16, one of my favorite movies is Hot Chick, especially the part where she goes, "Hey bro!" And she's like, "It's me, Jessica!" And then it's like, "Boys are cheats and liars, but they're such a big disgrace. They will tell you anything to get to second baseball. Baseball, he thinks he's gonna score. If you let him go all the way, then you are a horticulturist by these flowers." Yeah, love that movie. I think I know it word by word. Bad. Number 17, I tend to attach songs to every memory I have. So for instance, if I went to a mall, I remember the song that I went to a certain mall with, if that makes sense. Or whenever it's raining and I was listening to a song before that and it was raining. I don't know if you guys is making any sense to you, but to certain memories I attach certain songs. So every time I hear that song, I'll think of that memory, if that makes sense. Number 18. When I used to live in San Antonio, Texas, when I was very small, I think I was 4 years old, I had a dream, and I had just watched The Mask, you know, the guy with green thing. I had just watched that movie, and I had a nightmare about it. Like, The Mask went under a car and pulled out like a chainsaw and made a hole, so he jumped in, and he was trying to steal me and my best friend at the time when I was this is a different best friend. Her name was Andrea. That's when I was like in kindergarten. She was my best friend from kindergarten because I was only in San Antonio for 2 years. Oh, I'm rambling. So the point is, I was so terrified of that dream that I could never sleep in my room ever again. And I felt safer to sleep in the living room instead of my room. And my room was next to my parents' room. And on the other side was the backyard where my dog lived, which she was very protective, by the way. Number 19, my dream job is to work at Mac. Number 20, when I was little, so when I was little, she's my aunt, but she has Down syndrome, and I grew up calling her my cousin, but she's actually my aunt. When I first learned to take my first baby steps, she put me on a treadmill, just to like on slow walking, but she actually gently put the button too high, and I was like not even about probably like a year old, and I tripped, so then she tripped because she was walking behind me on it, and I forgot where my parents were when this happened. I think they were all in the kitchen or something when it happened. I don't even remember, they told me this story. So what happened was, she fell on me, so she dislocated my hip in a way. I'll show you right now, it makes this weird noise. But yeah, after that, my father cried and cried because he would stand me up and I would just fall, and he would stand me up and I would just fall, and I had barely learned to take my first steps, and he thought I was never going to walk again. Okay, number 21. I've never been sent to the principal's office except, actually, the principal, no. But I was sent to my counselor only one time, well, for trouble reasons, because me and my best friend, Clarissa, we were in the locker room and we were changing to go out to PE, which I never liked PE because it messed up my hair and my makeup and I always would get so mad. But, excuse me, some girls were like fighting, and it just so happens it was right next to our lockers. So everyone already had gone outside to line up, but we were changing slow because we like to take our sweet ass time because we didn't like going to PE. And then all of a sudden the like securities come because they're fighting and everything, and then they're like, you and you. We're like, us? We're just changing. They're like, go to the blah blah blah. And I was like, what the hell? Yeah, it was so funny because after that we were just laughing like we're not even in trouble. We're getting in trouble for not even doing anything. It was funny. Number 22, my favorite number. It is actually me and Nico's anniversary date. It's 8/22/11. 23. Oh, I couldn't understand what I wrote. In one of my first pictures ever taken of me, I actually flipped off the camera because I was so mad. My mom says that I was crying and mad and the photographer kept trying to make me smile, and I did this. I was not even like 3 months old. Or younger than that. I think I was not even a month old. Number 24. Oh yeah. My brother, he got into a horrible accident when he was about 9 years old. And I was around 2, 3 years old. He was 9 going on 10 and I was like 2 going on 3. We were 7 years apart. He got ran over by this huge truck driver, and so when he was in the hospital, I just think this is one of those memories I will never forget. I remember going into the nursery where they keep all the babies and stealing one of the baby's balloons, because in my head I thought babies are miracles, so if I take the balloon it'll be a miracle so my brother would get better. Yeah, and I never told them where I got the balloon, the parents, because I snuck in there. And yeah, that's one of those memories where I felt like MacGyver and I stole the balloon, and he soon got better after that. In my head I thought it was because of my miracle balloon. Number 25. Marie is actually not my legal last name. My legal last name is Lizzeth, Lizzeth. The reason I call myself Marie is because my mother called me Marie ever since I was born. I do not understand why my mother would name me Joanna Lizzeth if I was supposed to say my last name. Joanna Lizzeth if she wasn't planning on ever calling me Joanna Lizzeth. She always said Joanna Marie, ven para acá, Joanna Marie, esto, Joanna Marie. Yeah. So number 26. I sang in a choir for 4 years. Freshman year, I accidentally got placed in a choir class because there was no more room in child development class. And so I was kind of bummed out that I was on there. I ended up loving it. I ended up loving my choir instructor. I ended up loving singing and performing. And no, I do not sing to other people. I only sing in a choir because I get incredibly shy. Number 27. I have really bad anxiety. This is one of those things where not a lot of people know about me. Nico just recently found out because he experienced me having a panic attack. I do get really severe panic attacks where I feel like I can't breathe, I feel like I'm about to die, I feel like the whole, it's just horrible. When in my list, instead of putting panic attack, I put heart attack. But sometimes when I get my panic attacks, I feel like my heart is racing so fast that I feel like I'm gonna get a heart attack. Number 28, I never went to PE my sophomore year. I skipped almost every single day of the year, and then when I went back, when I went to sign out, they're like, I never even seen you in this class. And I was like, yeah, never should have. I hated to get my hair messed up and everything. I thought it was badass. Number 29, I went shooting for the first time. My brother took me out shooting the last time I went to go visit home, which, by the way, I will be visiting next week. Next Monday, I'm going to be over there. So you will see me in a different scenery. The How to Set Your Curls, that's my room, my old room. So that's the house that you will be seeing me filming in while I'm at my parents' house for a week. I will insert the footage here of my first time going out shooting. My brother took me out. He loves guns. Number 30. I got the chicken pox when I was in kindergarten. Funny story. I have a funny story for every random fact about me. When I got the chicken pox, like I said, I had a best friend named Andrea in kindergarten, and when I got them, she would cry and not want to go to class and try to call her mom and cry and cry and cry and throw the biggest rants to go visit me at my house while I had chickenpox. Then I gave her the chickenpox. Then the next week, she wasn't at school and she had the chickenpox, and I would do the same thing and cry and cry and cry. I told my mom to take me home just because I wanted to visit my best friend because I didn't like going to school unless she was there. Number 31. I was scared of bulls. If you live in Texas, then you know what I'm talking about. You know when they do las laderas or whatever, when they like capture bulls and they're like on a horse and they're like and they try to get the horse or the cow. Well, I was always terrified of them, super terrified. So I would have to stay in the house because in Texas we have like a ranch, so there's like a corral and then there's like a house. I would always have to stay in the house, and my grandmother would stay with me and she would feed me sugar. She thought it was a Mexican remedy, I guess, to relieve fear, or maybe she just gave it that to me. My grandmother, my mother's mom, would always give me a whole tablespoon of sugar and that would calm me down. I don't know if it really worked, but I guess it did. Number 32. In high school, I thinned out my eyebrows really super thin because I wanted them to look like Selena Gomez. Keep in mind, Selena Gomez's hair is thick, mine is very thin, so you might imagine what that looked like. Number 3. I am 5'2" tall. I am 5 feet and 2 inches tall. My idol growing up was Selena, the Tex-Mex singer. I didn't think there was ever going to be anyone better than her. I was stuck in Selena. I was in a F.U. J-Lo for trying to be her in the movie Selena. I don't F her no more, but when I was little I did. I even went to her boutique that she had. If any of you are Selena fans, Quintanilla, then, well, actually, what was her last name after she married Chris? What's his last name? Perez? I think so. Yeah, anyways. I even went to her boutique and I had a shirt that said Selena. I even have a skirt. It's actually a high-low skirt from her, and it has her tag when she used to be a designer. Odd enough, I was going to attend FITM. This is not a random fact, but adding to that, I was going to attend FITM and, you know, be a designer too. I didn't do it because of her, but I just thought that was funny that she sang, and I like to sing too, but I like to sing only to myself. And then also the fact that we were both wanting to be designers. So, yeah. And then she had that one salon where she cut hair. It was like a boutique / salon, and I went there, I remember. Also, number 35, when I visited Texas one time, I went swimming in this canal, and it was during summer. The only time I've ever visited Texas, besides the fact that I used to live there, but the only time I visited Texas in the summer. Usually we always go in December, but that time we had gone in the summer. It was super hot. I got really sunburned, my first sunburn. And then the day after we went to San Antonio, this happened in Del Rio, and then I went to San Antonio, and I went to the Riverwalk. If any of you are from Texas or know about the Riverwalk, then you know what I'm talking about. It's like a little sailboat in the middle of downtown kind of thing. Well, I went on that, and I wore like a backless shirt, and that after my sunburn was so bad that the sun was on there, and it literally looked like there was a thin layer and underneath was bubbles. My skin was literally boiling, and the next day everything peeled off and it was just gross, and I was like, my skin, like you could literally see the bubbles forming. It was just crazy. 36. I got my eyebrows waxed for the first time when I was in 6th grade. Also, I cut my layers for the first time when I was in 6th grade. My aunt did it, actually, because she was a cosmetologist. Number 37, I got my first phone in 5th grade. Number 38, every time I watch The Notebook, I cry. I am a sucker for that movie, no matter how many times, no matter how I know the movie, even though I know exactly how the movie's gonna end, I still cry. I get so emotional. 39, my room when I was little used to be filled with Hello Kitty. Everything pink, everything Hello Kitty. Everything. Like, I don't think you understand what everything means. Every single little thing in my room was Hello Kitty. Even like that canopy thing was Hello Kitty. Number 40, my first crush. Oh, my first crush. Crush. I put quotations on it. When I was 4 years old, I used to live in these apartments in San Antonio. Next door, there was this old lady who took care of her grandson. When my parents used to like going dancing, they would leave me with my neighbor because they were close to her. But whenever her grandson would be there, I would always ask, well, I wouldn't ask them to go, but they just so happened that they lived the grandson and the grandma lived there. So whenever they would drop me off there, they would leave me there with the grandson so I could play with, you know. But after the first time they left me there, I'd always ask to go back. My parents always thought and teased me that I had a crush on the little boy. which actually was a year younger than me, but in reality the only reason I always wanted to go to the neighbors was because they had kid cuisines, and I used to love those, the little chicken nuggets and the like carrots and stuff that it came with. That was delicious, and that was the only reason I used to go over there. I used him for his kid cuisine. Wait, what was it? 41. When I was little, I was scared to take a bath. Not because I was a dirty little girl, but because I used to believe that from the drain, if the water was filled up, a shark was going to come out from the bottom. Number 42, I used to be the tallest. Stop growing. I was 5'1.5", and I've been 5'2" for like since then. 43, my favorite non-Disney movie, it was Anastasia and Swan Princess. Anastasia was my absolute favorite movie. I loved when she wore that dark navy blue dress with the long white sleeves, and then that one song. That one. 44, what's the name of that song? Somewhere, Once Upon a December, that's what it was called. 44, I actually had a crush on her guy, Dimitri. Yeah, Anastasia's man thing. Number 45, in kindergarten, I had my first crush and best friend, my actual crush. My first day of kindergarten, we sat around the carpet, and then next to me sat Andrea, and then I was like, you want to be my best friend? And she was like, yeah, I want to be your best friend. And then boom, I saw him, some boy, I won't mention his name, and I turned to her and I said, I like him. And then she was like, I like him. And then she didn't like the same guy, she liked the guy standing next to him. It just so happened that they were best friends, and then we became best friends. And then I remember distinctly playing in the jungle gym when we played tag, and whoever tagged each other would get married on top of the jungle gym. Yeah, I was a matchmaker. 36. Wait, what? No, I'm on 46. 46. Horror story. Oh, this is a horror story. When I first dyed my hair, if you know the Rihanna song Unfaithful and you watch the video, her hair color in there is to die for. I still want that color. When I first dyed my hair, I asked my mom's friend who dyed hair to dye it that way. I said I wanted brown with a little hint of red in it. She ended up dyeing my hair Rihanna red. The Rihanna now, her red. Well, now she has ombre, but her red. I screamed and shouted and was crazy. I wanted to pull out my hair. It was horrible. I would hit my head on a table because I was so mad. My dad thought I was going psycho. Eventually though, once that color faded out, it got a little similar, but it was way too orange and brassy. That was in freshman year, I think. Number 47. Me and my best friend used to sing It Wasn't Me. She caught me red-handed, cause I'm the girl next door. Can't remember the lyrics right now, but yeah, we sing that one. No, it wasn't me. In the shower. It wasn't me. That one. 48. In 7th grade, I had an 8th grader friend who I used to call Penis. 49. My favorite type of gold. Type of like gold, you know, like there's gold, silver, white gold. Well, mine is rose gold. I absolutely live and die for rose gold. I told Nico, if you ever plan to marry me, get me a rose gold band and a clear diamond. That's all I want. Just rose gold and a diamond. Don't take my idea. Number 50. Actually didn't write down 50, so let me think of one right now. Okay, this is not really my random fact, but it's a random fact. It's me involved. When my mother, this is way back before I was even born, when my mother was pregnant with me, my brothers used to both fight a lot when they were little. Keep in mind we are 7 years apart, me and my middle brother, and then there's an older one before him. 8 years apart from him and 7 years apart from my older brother. Well, they used to fight a lot. When they found out my mom was pregnant with a girl, they decided to make a pact to stick together because they knew it would be the end of their life as soon as I was born. And damn sure they were right, because after I was born, it was all about me. My parents spoiled me to death. I was the only girl. I was the last, so I was the baby. I was daddy's girl. I was mommy's girl. And yeah, they still stay tuned to that pack till now, because I'm still the center of attention of my family. So those are the 50 random facts about me. I still have a lot more random facts, so if you guys want to know any more random facts about me, I should do a part 2. Let me know in the bottom. Wait. Let me know in the comments down below if you want me to do part 2 to this 50 random facts about me. I don't even know if they do part 2, but if you guys enjoyed it, then yeah, let me know. Like I said earlier, the exciting announcement that I mentioned in my last video is that next week you will see me vlogging, and as of next Monday you will see me vlogging and do my videos in a different setting. That is because I will be in my old house with my parents. My parents live in Northern Cali and I am in Southern Cali. So next Monday, today's Monday, so next Monday I will be leaving to go see them. I will see them for a week. I miss them. I only get to see them about every 2 months or so. I don't get to visit that often. And then I get to see my best friend. I'm going to sleep over at her house. She lives out of town now. We used to live in the same town. But I'm going to stay with her for a day. So I'm going to be vlogging there. Oh yeah, by the way, follow my vlog channel. If you want to stay tuned with me, follow my vlog channel. I am out of breath. I am freaking tired. That was a long video. I thought it was going to be a lot shorter than it was. But I hope you guys enjoyed. So, peace. One last thing, I don't know if you guys can even see me, this lighting looks pretty bad. One last thing I just wanted to say, if you like this video, subscribe and like for more videos. Also, I wanted to ask you guys to leave one random fact about you. I would love to see what random fact you decide to tell me about yourself. So, if you're gonna comment, leave your comment and then put like a dash and then put your random fact about you. I forgot what I was going to say. By the way, if you like this makeup look, I just did a tutorial on it. I'll link it down below. So, bye guys. Love you.